Welcome to this comprehensive training on the service proposal template. I'm Mikey AI, and today I'm going to break down one of the most important documents in your entire agency arsenal. This proposal template is what takes you from just talking about your services to actually getting paid for them. It's not just a piece of paper, it's a professional sales tool that, when used correctly, will help you close more deals and make clients take you seriously. By the end of this training, you'll understand every section of this template and exactly how to use it to win more business. Let's dive in. Let's start with the header section. Right at the top of your proposal, you need your logo, your client's name, the date, and your agency information. Now, this might seem like a small detail, but this is all about positioning. It's not about design, it's about perception. Here's the reality: most freelancers and beginners send over a messy Google Doc, or even worse, a text message with a quote. That screams amateur, but when you send something with your logo, your name, and the date formatted professionally, it immediately tells the client that they're dealing with a real company that has real systems in place. Remember, first impressions matter. Your header sets the tone for the entire proposal. Next up is the overview section. This is your first impression inside the actual proposal, and it needs to be strong. This is where you clearly explain what you're building for them and the goal behind it. For example, you might write, "We propose building a custom AI digital employee designed to qualify leads, book appointments, follow up with prospects, and answer customer inquiries." Now, that one line is everything. It positions your service as a solution, not just automation or chat bots. You're selling a digital employee, something that actually works inside their business and produces revenue. Here's a pro tip: always tweak that sentence for their specific niche. If you're talking to a med spa, say book consultations. If it's a roofing company, say book roof inspections. That one little customization makes them think, damn, they actually understand what I need. Now let's talk about goals and outcomes. This section exists to sell results, not tools. We're not going to bore clients with what software we use or how the automations work technically. We're talking about outcomes, real metrics that matter to business owners. For example, increase booking rates by 30 to 50%, cut response time to under 1 minute, reduce manual follow up workload by 70%. These are the numbers that make business owners pay attention. They don't care what a webhook is or what your CRM does. They care that you're saving them time, money, and lost leads. Even if your numbers are estimates, include them. You're not making promises, you're showing expectations and teaching them to measure success in ROI, not just vanity metrics. The project scope section is where you show structure. This is what separates you from every other automation guy out there. You want to break this into two clear phases. Phase one is set up and build. Here you explain exactly what you'll do to get the system built. You'll write and customize the AI agent script and personality. You'll connect it to their CRM and calendar. You'll set up call routing, escalation rules, and testing. This gives them confidence that you're not winging it. You have a proven process. Phase two is launch and optimization. Once the system is live, you don't just walk away. You monitor performance, track conversations, tweak responses, and fine tune the automations based on real data. This phase is crucial because it justifies your monthly retainer. You're not done after setup. You're improving it over time. That's how you create long term clients who pay you month after month. Now we get to the investment section. This is your money section, and you've got to treat it like that. You list two things clearly: your setup fee and your monthly maintenance. For example, setup fee is $3,000 as a one time payment. Monthly optimization is $500 per month. This structure shows value and professionalism. You're not charging for time like a freelancer, you're charging for a system that runs their business for them. The setup fee anchors your value. It's what you get paid up front for building the system. The monthly retainer keeps you paid consistently for ongoing optimization. When you present this confidently, it doesn't come across as optional. It comes across as part of the process. They expect it. So state your prices clearly and own them. The timeline section creates urgency and sets boundaries. This is more important than most people realize. You'll say something like, estimated delivery is 10 to 14 days after onboarding form submission. That simple statement tells them two things. First, you're organized and have a clear process. Second, they can't rush you or expect overnight miracles. It also gives them a clear picture of how fast they'll start seeing results once they sign. Business owners love clarity. They want to know what happens next and when. Setting a timeline also protects you. It manages expectations from the start and prevents scope creep or unreasonable demands later. The next step section is your close. This is where deals get won or lost. You give them the exact steps to move forward in a simple checklist format. Step 1, sign the agreement. Step 2, submit the onboarding form. Step 3, pay the setup invoice. That's it. Clean, simple, and frictionless. They don't have to wonder what's happening next. They don't have to ask questions. They just follow the steps. This section alone will tighten your close rate dramatically. When you remove confusion and make it easy for people to say yes, more people say yes. Don't overthink this. Just tell them exactly what to do next. The signature line is what turns your proposal into a real deal. You don't need a huge legal document for this. You just need their name, your name, and two signature lines. That's it. This gives both sides confidence. The client knows this is official and real. You know they're committed. It's a psychological commitment point that makes the whole thing feel concrete. Once they sign, you attach this to the onboarding form and your payment link, and boom, you just close the deal professionally. Never skip this step. A proposal without a signature line is just a quote. A proposal with a signature line is a binding agreement. Let's talk about when to send the proposal because timing is absolutely critical. Here's the golden rule: you don't send this cold, ever. You send this at the end of the sales call, but only after they've already said they're interested in moving forward. Here's how you transition into it naturally. At the end of the call, you say, "All right, sounds good. What I'll do is send over a quick proposal that outlines everything we talked about: the system, the pricing, the setup, and the next steps." Take a look at that as soon as we hang up, and if everything looks good, just sign it and we'll get your onboarding started. That line positions the proposal as a formality, not a negotiation. You've already sold them on the call. This is just the paperwork to make it official. Never send the proposal before the call. If you do, it becomes something they use to decide instead of something they use to confirm. If they don't sign within 24 hours, you follow up. But here's the key: you follow up with leadership, not desperation. Don't send a message like, "Hey, just wondering if you got my proposal." That sounds weak and needy. Instead, send something like, "Hey, Jack, just checking in to make sure you saw the proposal I sent yesterday." Once that's signed, we'll get your onboarding form sent over and your system started. See the difference? It's simple, clear, and confident. You're assuming the sale is happening. You're just making sure they didn't miss the email. This subtle shift in tone makes a huge difference. You're leading the conversation, not waiting for permission. That's how professionals operate. Let's talk about the psychology behind this entire template. The whole thing is built to make you look structured, trustworthy, and professional. It's short enough to read in 2 minutes, but strong enough to close multi-thousand-dollar deals. Here's what it does psychologically: it sells the results, not the features. It shows the process, so they trust you can deliver. And it removes confusion, so there's no friction to saying yes. When a business owner sees this, they immediately realize they're dealing with a professional operation, not some freelancer winging it. The biggest mindset shift here is this: you're prescribing the solution, not pitching the service. Doctors don't pitch, they prescribe. And patients follow the prescription. That's the energy you want to bring to every proposal. Let me leave you with some final notes to tie everything together. Once they sign, your next move is instant. Send them the onboarding form and the invoice right away. Don't wait. Don't celebrate yet. Keep the momentum hot. From there, you plug them into your CRM, start the project, and officially move from sales to delivery. That's how real agencies operate: clean systems, clear steps, professional documents. Remember, this proposal isn't just a piece of paper, it's your closer. And once you start using it consistently, you'll realize how much easier it is to win deals when you stop selling and start prescribing. On your next sales call, remember this: get verbal agreement first, then send the proposal. Keep it simple, keep it structured, and move fast. This is your bridge between interest and income. Use it the right way and watch how fast your close rate jumps. Now go out there and close some deals.